Alright, we got 62% battery to get this done. So we've got our speed engineering headers for C5 Corvette. We're getting ready to stick them in the car. I'm going to try and get as good a video position as possible so that you can see how relatively easy it is to get these onto the engine. They're going to come up from the bottom, and to be fair, I didn't take the spark plugs out. I recommend that you do take the spark plugs out because there is a possibility you can smack one and crack it, which is bad. So don't do that. This is a 6-speed car. I did have to take the clip off of the bell housing for the hydraulic clutch line, because that was a perfect catch for the rear of the header flange. Other than that, I always take the alternator out because it's easier to work on this plug wire and this forward bolt. It's really easy to get the alternator out. It takes like 5 minutes, and it's worth every minute or every second. It's worth every penny. It's worth all kinds of things. Alright, so I'm going to do this with a helper this time. So I think it will actually go pretty smoothly. I tried doing it by myself once before, and it can be done, but it's pretty miserable. Alright, ready, bud? Always recommend the GM gaskets. There we go. Push that over that flange, unless you can get it, and then get that ground strap over the flange. Okay, so that's it. She's basically up and through. See, you guys just went for a hell of a ride. Okay, so now I gotta get the gasket put into position, get some bolts started. Down, and manifold side. Okay, I don't think you guys need to see me floundering around. Alright, so we're partially installed. We got the gasket in place. 2 bolts. I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these bolts in and get her tightened down, and then we'll move on to the passenger side. That's it. She's basically... All right. Let me move Mr. Catch Can over here, so maybe that'll open up the view a little bit. All right, we're starting the passenger side, and that only thing that I disassembled on this side of any importance is I took the positive battery cable off the starter, off the stud. I think you can do it without doing that, but I felt like I was pushing hard enough against the insulation of the positive cable that it could cut it. And you do not want that insulation exposed. Bad stuff can happen. Alright, gasket, bolts, ratchet. I think we're ready, bud. Mr. Negative battery cable pushed out of the way. And the cables going down to the starter are super stiff. You got that a little bit, bud? So it doesn't fall back down on you. Go ahead and come back down a little bit. Right there. There she goes. Okay, up in the back. More. There you go. Okay, so I have no idea how much of that was visible from here, but there's only so many places in a Corvette where you can stick cameras. They're very tight to work on. Down, manifold side. A lot of people have little tricks that they use for getting the gaskets in place and getting the bolts started and all that stuff. Me, I just like to get after it and swear at them. Yesterday I had a little incident where I fell on my ribs. I want to lean on my fender for a little support, and my ribs are like, no, you can't do that. So now my back's dead. Not that tight yet. Or that one. Okay, as far as the hard part goes, that's pretty much all it takes to get these bad boys in there. And next, like I said, we'll be buttoning up the O2 sensors and that associated wiring. Bolts, ratchet. I think we're ready, bud. Yeah. a little bit, so it doesn't fall back down on you. Go ahead and come back down a little bit. Right there. There she goes. Okay, up in the back. More. More. Okay, I'm going to try and make this part of the video not be super stupid tedious. But the headers are done. Thank goodness. Hopefully not to be messed with again. So as seen in the earlier footage, you saw how we got the headers physically into the car. Now I want to kind of quickly go over what we did to hook up the wiring for the O2 sensors and any other small little details. In my case, since this is an early car, I have the newer dipstick tube in there. So as far as the passenger side goes, I hooked my starter wire back up, catch cans put back on, and it'll be easier to show down below what we did with the wiring. Driver's side, nothing really doing over here. Not gonna put my alternator back in until I get my LS3 coil packs. So here's what the mid pipe looks like with the using V-band clamps. I mentioned earlier in another video, I think it was, that it was the unboxing video for these headers. I mentioned that I was not going to use the Speed Engineering portion of their mid pipe adaptation, if you will. I wanted to keep my mid pipe and just kind of make it work, which is what we did. It's kind of tight under here. This will probably be best done with the torch. So on the passenger side, on the driver's side, right there where the flashlight is lit, you can see a clip for the clutch hose. That's the clip that I took off to get the header flange to go past, and it was literally the only thing that was holding the header up from going in on this side. So I got that reassembled. It's really tough to see. It's tight in here. So there's the O2 sensor for the driver's side. It goes vertical. Got to be careful with the wires at the top. So I doubled that wire harness back down and put it through the clip in the frame rail like it used to be. And then we are hooked directly into the factory wire harness. There's the connector for the old rear O2s. We don't need those where we're going. I tie wrapped it tightly to the brake line to keep it up away from the headers. I don't think that'll be any problem in the future. And just take your time overall. Put an extra tie wrap on this wire harness here. Like I said, take your time getting everything away from the headers, and you won't have any heat related problems. I don't know if any of you guys follow Rob Dam with his when he built that Corvette with the rotary in it. He's living proof on what happens when you don't secure your wiring or keep it as far away from hot stuff as possible. I'm not a big believer in wrapping headers, so I don't. That's just me. I like to get just everything as far away as possible. Oh, driver's side, there is no extension. No need for an extension, at least in my case, on the O2 sensor. So over here, now we're on the passenger side. Here's how the O2 sensor lays out. And what I did was I used a O2 wire harness extension. It's laid up on top of the bat wing. There's the connector for it. It's just kind of laying on the bottom here. And then I followed the air conditioning pipe up the side of the frame rail and back above. We'll revisit that when we go back up on top. Lots of room for the starter wires. They're not close to the headers at all. The starter's a little bit close, but I've never melted a starter on a LS motor. There's always a first time for everything. So there's the rest of the mid pipe installed. Got the V-band clamps torqued up. Yes, ideally the cats should be as close to the collector as possible, but like I said, I'm reusing what I already had and I wasn't going to rebuild it all. So this worked just fine and fit really good. Let's run back up top real quick. Alright, I'm back. So there's the O2 extension. I've got it tire wrapped on the back side of the pipe coming off the AC compressor, running up to one of the heater hoses, and then it is connected to the factory connection for the O2 sensor. The extension's tucked up behind the heater hoses, and I got a handful of very high quality tie wraps put in there. The closest thing would probably be the insulation for the air conditioning pipe to the one of the header primaries. It's probably a little over a 1/4 inch away, and that's pretty common for any header. They're always going to be close to the AC pipes on a Corvette. There's really nothing you can do about that. If I lived in Arizona, it might concern me a little bit more, but I don't, and our temperatures are pretty mild here in the summer. So that's pretty much the gist of getting these headers in C5 Corvette with Speed Engineering. I think I've given enough information that just about anybody should be able to do this job. If I can do it, anybody can do it. If you have any questions, y'all know where to put them. Thanks for watching.